What's up, traders? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at the new update for the indicator, and we're going to look at what changed. So I've loaded the new and the old indicator on the chart. It's mostly changes about rearranging where things are so it's easier to use and share, and not so much about the signals themselves. So here we have the indicator on the chart, and the first thing to notice is that we've moved the visual section lower in the indicator settings because we barely use those sections, so it's better to have it lower. While all the conditions have been regrouped right here, and that's something we use a lot more frequently. That's also something that is easier to manage all at the same place instead of having to go in each indicator sections like it used to. So we're going to look at how it used to be. So here's the old one. We have the visual section on top here, like I was explaining. That's been moved. And then we have all the conditions that are in each section, like here. The MACD's condition, volume condition, stochastic. So we had to go through every section in order to change or even see what was on or off. And that was not optimal. So the new indicator is much easier to navigate and change settings and share your set. Because one downside about TradingView, right there at the bottom, there's no place to save the settings. You can reset the settings and save as default, but it's not quite working in a way that you could have several setups that you could save. So at least with that layout, now we can see quickly what's on, what's off. We can take a print screen, share it, save it. Another thing that changed that is only visual is that now you can blur sections that were automatic or unused. So example, the safe signal section here, we cannot change or check those settings unless we use the safe signal, which is here. Once we check the settings, now we can modify the other options. And as you see, this section stayed locked because you can't use it unless you use a moving average, which uses the length, and then you can use it. So this way it's a lot easier visually to understand what's working, what's not. And it's the same way if we go in individual sections, like stochastic here, you see the settings are locked until you unlock those settings, and then you can adjust manually. So that way you know quickly what's locked, what's not, what are the filters you can use without having to navigate through the whole settings. We also added one preset strategy, so now there's a scalp high strategy. So scalp low, medium high, swing low, medium and high, and there's also the default strategy. So there's 7 preset strategies that you can use without having to modify the sections below. Like I was just explaining, if you use one of the preset strategies, you see that right away those sections get locked. It's because that is what the preset strategy is using, so you cannot change those sections. But you can still change those conditions below here that haven't been used with the strategy. And you can also add more filters in the sections below. We also see that in the visual section now, you can change the colors directly right here. So if you don't like the colors, or if you're using a different color background, let's say the background is white, you'll also see that colors will adjust automatically. Let's say we add a Bollinger Band or a VWAP band right here. And we'll go back to a dark background, and you'll see that the colors will adjust automatically. Like here, give it a second, and here it is. So certain colors adjust automatically, and you can also adjust the rest of the colors manually right here. So all those are colors used in the indicator. Finally, at the bottom, we have the TradingView ratings that have been moved all the way here. And if you're not sure what those ratings are, it's the big wheel. So there's a strong sell, a neutral, a buy, and a strong buy. You can adjust those all the way at the bottom. If you have questions about functionalities on, say, filters or any targets or stop loss, then there's other videos explaining those settings. But this video is strictly about what has changed in the new update. And so that's pretty much the big changes as I go and scroll through it. That's about it for the new updates. If you have any questions or suggestions, like usual, just send us an email or message. Don't be shy about it. There'll be more content on optimization and how to use different strategies. And if you haven't followed us or liked this video, just please do so. It supports the content, and I hope the markets treat you well. See you next time. Bye-bye.